Turner and pulled the same stuff. They rough shot it.
And when they bitched about it, the way I heard it was Terry Taylor said, well, Hall and Nash getting all the money. So right away we got some heat.
Right.
And we get heat anyway. It's just, I get heat anyway. I don't care. I like it. We were told to hit the ring. We're somewhere, and they're wrestling some Mexican wrestlers, and me and Kev are supposed to hit the ring and lay them out with chairs. So I always go first because I'm faster than Kev. So I slide in with the chair. I straddle one of the Mexican guys who's down, and I waffle Sags with the chair. And when I swing a chair, I swing it. To me, it's like, don't ask me to hit you with a gimmick because I'm going to hit you. I'd rather not do it or I'm going to do it, and I'll take it the same way.
Well, it's you jacked up.
Oh, the first time I was talking about. And he ran in the ring and hit me with the chair like a guillotine instead of flat. And he hit me in the base of my skull.
So I hit him. I didn't know that I potatoed him. He rolled out of the ring, and he had his back like this, and I thought he was feeding me. I almost hit him again from inside the ring to the floor because I thought he wanted another one. Because before we went out, Nas went, make sure you lay it in. Lay it in.
I mean, Scott it was an accident. I think that one.
Did he apologize and stuff?
Did he?
I don't even remember.
He's like turning the corner, and I'm sitting there talking to Kev, and I said, oh, Kevin, I said, I potatoed Sags, man. I said, I am so happy, because I guess he was delirious, and I thought he was feeding me for a second one, but I didn't do it. And I said, man, I am so happy I didn't hit him again. I said, I almost hit him again. I was kind of doing a nervous laugh. Mm-hmm. And at that moment, Sags turned the corner with a big goose egg, and he sees me and Kev going, and he's thinking, they're taking my money. Now they're taking liberties with me. They kind of potatoed me on purpose, and he thinks it's funny.
You got mad because someone was laughing in the back, and then you thought they did it they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be before the match, and they were going to block it like that, and ended up whacking him, and his neck was out to here, and then they saw, and Scott and Kevin, and Kevin Sullivan, they all said, no, it wasn't like that. They were talking about something else. But when Sag came back, he saw him laughing. He almost went ballistic on him.
Jerry had a bad neck. And it was known to Scott and I, and to Knobs, and to Jerry, of course, who had the bad neck. And Jerry had talked to JJ. And JJ said, just go work the match. And I heard JJ say that to him. I was right there in the room.
No, and I had to go. I was losing the feeling in this arm because of the nerve down here, so it was like Christmas came, and I just rested. But they called us to go on the road after Christmas, and I said, man,
and they knew he couldn't work. And Kevin goes, well, don't worry, Sags. All you have to do is stand aside the ring. So we had
and
you.
we never miss a show or we're business like that. If we had to go on crutches, we got there. Right. You know what I mean? So I went.
It's Ming and Barbarian, Nasty Boys, and me and Kev. And like one of those cluster 6-man, 3 tag team deals.
Yeah.
Sags goes stomping down the steps, throws a plastic chair in the ring, comes stomping back down the steps. Now I pick up the chair. You threw it in the ring, you dummy. Yeah. So I pick it up. He comes walking in, looks right at me. I got the chair like this, and I did like Sabu does, like Kevin Sullivan does. It's a plastic chair. He's looking right at me. I think he's paying attention. So I push the chair at him like that, and it hits him, and it rattles, and people go, ooh.
Scott threw a chair at Jerry, and Jerry didn't see it, and it was like a bowling chair, not a folding chair, but like a plastic Brunswick chair. And he threw it, and Jerry didn't see it through the lights, and it came and hit him. It gave him like a stinger. He scooted in. Scott thought he was going to feed him a comeback.
I did. Not everything was okay. All of a sudden, I got my clock cleaned.
Yeah, so
I didn't know who it was from behind.
Right.
I just blacked out and fell over. I rolled out of the ring. I was looking around, and then I see Scott. I look up. There's Scott. He throws a chair in my face.
So Ming's hit me with working shots, and Sags is drilling me with live rounds. But see, he's stiff anyway, so I don't really think anything of it. He's like, bam, I'm going, whoa. And then Ming's hit me with working thing, and then bam, I'm going, man, wow. Finally, I look at him and I realize he's raging. He's mad. He's seriously mad.
And that's when I punched him in the mouth.
Wow.
And that, I maybe punched him 3 times, knocked his teeth out.
So I just pushed him away. Like, what's your problem? And he knocked my tooth out.
Did he really?
Lost a tooth, man. He knocked it out into the 5th row.
And Sags went in and just beat him up, potatoed him. by the time Scott knew what happened, he was bleeding. Because, us working stiff. Jesus. Those guys, I mean, they couldn't work light if they wanted to.
And it punctured my cheek, and your mouth is so filled with bacteria that my face was like this, and instantly. So I turned back around, now blah, 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 it's over. Then we finally get them out of the ring. I'm standing there, me and Kev got the straps, we're standing there, I turn around to Kevin, I go, Kev, is my face all messed up? He goes, what the F? And I said, it sagged, man.
But then maybe a couple times outside the ring, he came back, said something again. I hit him a couple times more in the locker room, and that was it.
Marches back in the locker room, picks up Sting's baseball bat, and he goes, say the word, he's dead. And I said, Kev, he thinks he's right, man. He thinks he's right. Because he thought that I was taking liberties with him again.
I didn't care. To me, at that point, you did that to me, I did that. And then later on, I watched the video and then saw it was Kevin Nash who freaking glommed me in the neck with the belt. My back was, I didn't know who did it. Because I was from behind. I'm like, why the fuck would they do that? If they know, here I am fucking with my arm numb. I don't know.
Because Kev was going to kill him. Kev walked in there and just swung the baseball bat right above his head. And said, you want to find out who's got stroke around here, you mother effers?
Well,
That was the deal.
When Kevin came in with the bat and said, I'll see who has the stroke, when he left the locker room, I'm thinking,
I was in the
because my
shower.
mentality is, fight tomorrow.
Right.
We'll see who has the stroke. Okay, we're fighting tomorrow. And Lex Luger and Sting came over and said, no, Knob, you dumbass. They're talking about see who has a stroke with the office. And I went, oh. I'm thinking, hey, Rumble tomorrow, next town, real deal. No, with the office. And at that time, they were drawing the ratings.
So Bischoff called my room that night, and he goes, hey, God, I heard what happened. Oh, my God. He goes, he's fired. I'll fire him instantly. I said, no, don't fire him. I've known him 20 years. I said, he's got kids. I said, I don't want to work with him anymore, but I still fire him.
Finally, they came, and we didn't get fired. They tried to cut our money in half because we were out the sideline. Sag couldn't wrestle. He was hurt from that injury, and he shouldn't even have been there in the first place because he was hurt. And Kevin Sullivan sent him on the road, said he wouldn't get hurt, just stand in the thing, and that's what happened. So it was all, we figured, why were we going to take a pay cut now when it wasn't our fault to begin with when Sags is hurt right now,
Right.
So then they said, well, we're going to have to, with the clause in the contract, we're going to have to leave you go if you don't want to take this pay cut. And it was cutting our pay in half.
And I actually sat there and right in CNN Center, I said, Eric, I fucking can't work. It's not my fault that I'm like this, and I got 3 kids to feed. He goes, I can't help you. I said, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Which was bullshit. That pissed me off.
Yeah.
So I left this with there was nothing else we can do. Our back was against the wall.
So, but anyway, they ended up suing us out of this whole thing. And instead of just, as soon as he got hit with that chair, if he would have crumbled and said, hey, like the worst thing you can do is go after the boys.
Right.
I tried to pressure him to give me my contract back, but there's nothing they could do.
Wow.
He wasn't smart enough to realize he had a company.
Yeah.
And I think he ended up getting he got fired or got let go or whatever it was, probably from a $300,000 or $400,000 a year spot. Got nothing in settlement, maybe $100,000 or $200,000.
Right.
Just a really poor business, and then went after us. Went after me and Scott.
I think what happened was he ended up sitting at home for a long time when he got paid.
All the brunt of this shit, because it was crazy, man. All the brunt of the shit came down on me and Knobs. There was nobody that wanted to work with them guys. That's with Scott and Kevin. We would have gladly worked the deal with them.
I mean, I've seen him since then, and it was just something that happened, It wasn't. I didn't intend for that to happen to him, and he intended to hurt